I'd say I'm primarily a digital artist, but when I do draw traditionally, it's more often than not with pens, pencils, or markers. But painting is something I've always wanted to be better at. I definitely have the most experience with acrylics or with gouache. I'm not the biggest fan of watercolors. It might be that the set that I have is just really bad, or maybe I'm just the problem, but I don't really enjoy watercolors, and I think oil paints are a little too intimidating for me. So more often than not, I'm using acrylic or gouache. But gouache is definitely something that I would love to be more comfortable with, as it's kind of a mix between watercolors and acrylics. It's like the perfect blend of the two, because you can use it like watercolors, but it's like thicker like acrylics. And one of the things I really don't like about watercolors is that it's so thin. It's not pigmented or saturated enough for me, and I don't know, I like the thicker paints. So pretty much every year I say that I want to get better at painting, and then I make a handful of like little paintings each year. But yeah, I just want to get better, and I want to be able to paint other things too, not just like simple skies or water landscapes like I normally do. I'd love to like step out of my comfort zone a little bit, be able to paint other things as well, and maybe develop a bit of a painting style, because I don't really feel like I have much of a style at the moment. So today I am going to be trying something that's a little different from what I normally do. I want a painting style that's more semi-realistic rather than realism. I'm not the biggest fan of realism, and for it to look good, you kind of have to just put so much time and effort into it, and I just can't be bothered. I'm not much of a photorealism kind of person. So I am trying to find a painting style that's more painterly, or like more stylized, so it doesn't look like failed realism. It looks intentional. But yeah, I was scrolling through Pinterest for some inspiration, and I kept finding these little gouache paintings from this one person. I think the username, I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing it right, but I think it's like Infinities or something like that. Here's their Instagram. And I used this picture here as inspiration, or like sort of as reference. Mainly because clouds is something that I always avoid. So I'd want to get better at painting clouds, but I can't really be bothered to do realistic clouds. So I like these little stylized clouds. And yeah, that was like the main purpose of this painting. It was very different from anything I've ever painted before, because I don't normally, actually, no matter what I'm drawing, no matter what medium it is, or what style I'm like drawing in, or what I'm drawing, I never really do like the complete smooth one color kind of drawing technique like this. I do enjoy shading and like kind of going crazy with colors and just rendering and stuff. So I think one of the reasons why I do that, not just because I like that look better and because I prefer doing it like that, but also just because I think getting like a smooth wash or like a smooth layer of anything is like really hard. So that was probably my biggest struggle with this painting. It was just making the layers look smooth, and they definitely don't look half as good as like this person's, or they probably have a lot more experience doing it like this. But yeah, it is impressive that you can get such like smooth, perfect looking just washes of color. But yeah, maybe with practice I can do that as well. So this isn't exactly the look I'm trying to incorporate in my style, but I do like the like big fun shaped clouds. That was like the main thing that really pulled me in about this. So for my like painting style, I definitely want less realism, and I want to be able to incorporate more textures and just shapes, make it a little bit more abstract, a little bit more painterly. I have liked using more Posca in my paintings as well, just because I get like this flat little blocky shaped areas of color, I guess. I feel like that helps make it look more semi-realistic and like more stylized. And yeah, I think that's all I really have to say about this painting. This was painted and recorded, I want to say probably 3 weeks ago, because I am not in Norway anymore, but this was recorded in my studio. I am back in London now, because uni has started back up. And I do have gouache here, so I can keep practicing here whenever I have time. So yeah, I guess that's my little life update. I've been back in England for like 2 weeks now, but I started back up at university this week, so I am back in London. And yeah, it's what I've been up to lately. I finished the first Zodiac Academy book, so I'm on the second one now. I am hoping that I'll really get into it. I haven't played this for a while, because I was playing this back when I was in my studio with my PC back in Norway, but at the time where I was writing notes for my voiceover, I had written Cult of the Lamb, because I was playing that with my partner for the longest time. Maybe I'll get it running on my laptop here in London. I was also playing, I actually picked up Tears of the Kingdom again, back when I was in Norway. I haven't touched my Switch. I don't really use my Switch as much when I'm in England. I just prefer playing it on my TV, to be honest. And yeah, I'm just normally very busy in England as well, so I just don't really have time to play as much, but I was playing a lot of Tears of the Kingdom over, my Christmas break, and that was fun. I was still playing, and I am still playing Infinity Nikki. Love that game. And then I watched season 2 of Squid Game a few weeks back, and that's pretty much all I've been up to. To projects, I was briefed on 2 different projects over Christmas. So one is due next week, and I've already done the work for that. But the other project is a pretty big project, probably the biggest project we've had so far. I have to make an illustrated children's book. I only have to finish 4 2-page spreads, but I need to have roughs or sketches of the entire 32-paged book. So it's a big project. I think I have about 5 weeks on it. So yeah, actually right before recording this, I was writing the story for my book. So over the weekend, I'm probably going to be doing some little character and concept sketches and art, just so I have something to show my tutor next week and get some advice before I start actually planning out all my different pages. And yeah, I am excited. It's definitely a project I would have never picked up on my own, which is I think that's one of my favorite things about studying illustration at university, is because it kind of forces me to step outside of my comfort zone and picking up projects that I know I just would never get myself to do otherwise. But yeah, I think this will be a good experience. I am excited to make my children's book, and I do think I'll do my best to take you guys along for that journey and record the process, I guess, because I think that'd be an interesting video as well, start to finish of my children's book. And yeah, that's pretty much all I've done. I don't actually know what my next personal art project will be, because at the moment I kind of have to just focus on the children's book, but we'll see. Maybe I can fit in a gouache painting or some little pen sketches or something. I do have my sketchbook back now. I didn't have it over Christmas, but I do have it back now. So that kind of opens up for more opportunities as well, because I can just make a little pen sketch one week. So yeah, if you guys are interested in seeing anything about this children's, or me working on my children's book, then let me know, and I'll try to vlog it or something. And yeah, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys next Sunday.